Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. Today is really a great day. It is the, 16th of March the 16th, and great news. First, those of you who have watched this over a period of time, I'll make this very quick, knew that I had radiation for my prostate situation going on, which wasn't really bad. It was dormant. It wasn't doing anything. But the doc said, hey, let's get this guy before he gets you. He's not doing anything now, but he may wake up. You're 80 years old, for heaven's sakes. Let's try to get rid of him so we don't have to worry about him anymore. So I did. I did the radiation, which took me about a month or two to get that done. After that was finished, I had to wait for 3 months to get the results to see if they really were able to get that guy. Well, they did. Today I went with the doc, and he said, guess what? Your number was supposed to be about 4.3. That's what we expected after the radiation. Your number is like 1.3. You're way, way, way ahead of schedule. You're doing really, really well. So that's good news for me. I don't know about you guys. Actually, I saw a tear in Marcia's eye. I can't believe that. Marcia was tearing up because I told her I was going to be around for a while. I think she's upset because I'm still going to be here. I'm not really sure about that. Probably not. And then I saw Princess White. Princess White was one of the people that I did radiation with over at the Scully Walsh Cancer Clinic, and she was there, and she's doing very well also. So I thought I would bring you up to date with that information. That was a good thing. Oh, got to show you this. This is my little bracelet that I had. I picked up a bunch of these things from, there you go. I'll hold it up there so you can see it. It just says that I was vaccinated, and I like to wear it. I always wear one of these things all the time, and people ask me about what it is, and I can say, oh, I got my vaccination, and I have had 2 shots, and that's really good. I got my vaccination last week. I had no side effects whatsoever. Maybe I did. Maybe I felt a little bit lethargic, but I didn't have a sore arm. I didn't get sick. I didn't feel like I had the flu or anything else. And I had the Moderna shot, and that was really a good thing. So that's behind me right now. And in addition to that, you can tell I got a couple of less hairs here. The reason for that is I went to see young Sheldon over at the Treasure Coast Barbershop today and got my hairs cut. So that was another really great thing. And then another good thing was I always try to support the local businesses here on the island. So as you know, the Village Beach Market had a lot of construction work going on. They spent like $4 or $5 million redoing that place. So I charged in there and I said, what about some corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow? And they looked at each other and said, you know, we just didn't, we weren't up for it this year. We didn't get it together. Sorry, we don't have it. So then I went down to Ryder's on Cardinal here on the island here in Vero Beach. And I saw Tom when I walked in and Richard and all those guys. And I said, okay, what about corned beef and cabbage? He says, what about it? When do you want it? I said, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, stop by. We'll have 2 big servings of corned beef and cabbage and the potatoes and all that sort of thing. So if you're looking for it on the island, you want some takeout, my most favorite Irish restaurant in all of Florida is Meg O'Malley's. And Meg O'Malley's isn't going to be reopening until sometime around the end of April. So why go anyplace else? Go down to Ryder's on Cardinal, then right across the street from the Tides, and they're going to have corned beef and cabbage. They're not going to have a lot of it, so you better get there in a hurry. And I have 2 reserved for me, and I'm going to be there at 11 o'clock to get it tomorrow. So if you're looking for some corned beef and cabbage, that's where you're going to find it. I have a weather report for you today. It's very, very simple. There's not a whole lot to talk about because it's really good. Let me tell you exactly what it is. It never fails when I'm going to give you the weather report and I go over to look at it, then it's gone. It disappears off my phone. Sorry about that. So tonight we're going to have clear skies, low of about 62 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies all day and a high of 88 and a low of 66 on Wednesday. It's going to be a really great day. The weather is terrific here in Florida. Sorry about you guys out there in Colorado and Wyoming and Montana and so forth. You're dealing with an awful lot of snow. Okay. So we'll jump right into all of these things. I don't have the numbers quite yet because it's early in the morning right now. It's 11:54 when I'm putting this first section together. I will have the numbers up around 2:30 or 3 o'clock today. I did get them up earlier yesterday for you. So I have 2 short news clips for you. First from Good Morning America. This will be the Moderna is going to start vaccinating younger people, even maybe all the way down to very, very young people like 6 months old. So they're going to tell you about that and when that's going to happen. Then we're going to go over to 8 News WFLA, and they're going to tell you about who can get vaccinated and when this is going to open up to everybody. When can everybody get vaccinated? So we can jump in with that information. I said yesterday, and I'll keep saying this is called the Tom Sawyer approach to doing a video. You get other people to do it for you. But I also said these people are very credible, and they deliver the information even better than I, much better than I. So I hope that you pay attention, watch it, and it makes sense to you. And remember, regardless of what's going on, there's all this discussion right now about should you wear a mask? Does a mask actually do any good? Should you be 6 feet or 3 feet? Come on. You understand the situation, so do what you think is the right thing to do. Some form of distance spacing most obviously is good. Wearing the mask probably is good, and I think we should continue to do that until we get through this. We're almost at the finish line. Let's not stumble and fall right now. Alrighty, folks, here we go. Let's jump right in here, and I will be back in a flash with those numbers for you. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to push that like button. I sure would appreciate that. I got my Marine Corps badge on here, too, so Semper Fi, everybody.
We want to get right to that breaking news and the race to vaccinate.
It is a big first step for America's children, Robin. Moderna set to begin vaccine trials on kids as young as 6 months old. This as 71 million adult Americans have now received at least one dose of the vaccine. That's more than 27% of the adult population.
More states are opening up vaccine eligibility to anyone over the age of 16. Mississippi joining Alaska this morning. Michigan and Connecticut expected to make this move soon as well. And at least 22 states plus Washington, D.C. are allowing people 16 and older who have high-risk medical conditions to get the shot. Let's go to Eva Pilgrim at a mass vaccination site in Brooklyn, New York with more. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Michael. This site is staying very busy. They're doing about 3,000 shots a day. Right now, they're doing mostly older people and those with underlying conditions. But some good news, Moderna now turning its attention to vaccinating children. This morning, the first step to getting children vaccinated. Just moments ago, Moderna announcing it will start testing its COVID vaccine on children as young as 6 months up to 12 years old, making them the first U.S. vaccine maker to test infants down to 6 months. The company is planning to enroll nearly 7,000 children in the United States and Canada.
There will be 2 parts to the study. The first part is where we will find the appropriate dose of the vaccine in children. Children often need lower doses of vaccines than adults, so we want to make sure we find the best dose that increases their immunity. The first age group will start in 6 years to 11 years of age, the second being 2 to 6 years of age, and the third being 6 months to 2 years of age. Why are we doing it that way? It's in order to make sure that if we identify a dose that's lower than the adult dose.
This will be the first vaccine tested on children so young in the U.S. Dr. Steve Plimpton in Phoenix has already started enrolling his patients as part of the trial.
For that reason, we're not only going to benefit the children by getting these children vaccinated, but now we're also going to be protecting those around those children, the teachers, the parents at home, the grandparents at home.
Rachel Guthrie is enrolling 2 of her children.
I think it's very important because we are exposed to people who might be immunocompromised or who haven't yet had the opportunity to be vaccinated.
And as schools continue to return to in-person learning, the CDC saying it's looking into how far apart children need to be seated in class after a new study suggested that 3 feet as opposed to 6 feet may be enough to control the spread of COVID in schools with other precautions in place. Pittsburgh Public Schools returning to in-person school April 6th for the first time in a year after a rapid rollout there of vaccines for teachers.
Definitely a game changer for us. We feel really good that a majority of our staff who want the vaccine will be vaccinated.
And some more good news on the vaccine front. The CDC reporting that most people are getting both of their doses within the recommended time period.
Now, if you're under 60, you might be wondering when you'll get your turn at the vaccine. 8 on your side, investigator Masa Saidi joins us with why it partly depends on what happened today.
That's exactly right, Stacey. The state monitors what happens as a vaccine is offered to a new age group. Now, it looks like things went smoothly today. That means we are one step closer to having shots widely available. When the vaccine first became available to Florida seniors, websites crashed and phone lines jammed. Months later, as the eligibility age drops to 60, David Medina is opting out of booking an appointment. Instead, the 62-year-old will walk up to the FEMA site after work.
it was just so frustrating. I said, no, we're not going to do that.
How is your life going to change once you get the shot?
Well, I just found out my wife's got stage 2 cancer, so this alleviates a lot. It brings a lot of ease to someone's mind.
The vaccine injecting new hope into David's life and at least 1.5 million others now able to sign up. We checked, and Floridians 60 to 64 can now register online at CVS, Publix, Walmart, and myvaccine.fl.gov. Thus far, Aid on Your Side hasn't seen any major problems.
The infrastructure that's in place now is fantastic.
On Friday, Governor DeSantis said the announcement to drop the vaccine age to 55 could come this week. By next month, Florida could open vaccinations to all, but don't expect to register on one centralized site.
So ours is a more decentralized approach befitting a really big state. We have the retail pharmacies, which are really expanded, but that is not signed up on a government list.
David and his wife will both soon be fully vaccinated, able to stay positive and focus on the fight ahead.
I've been married to her for 30 years, so I'm blessed.
Now we're getting hundreds of thousands of vaccine doses each week. The infrastructure in place does seem like it is working. So for now, we're on track to meet the governor's goals. Keith.
Okay, folks, here we go in the numbers department today for Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, March the 16th. These are the numbers for today. Bunch of red on the screen. Sorry about that. 96 new deaths to report for the entire state of Florida. That's 3 more than yesterday. Yesterday we had 93. As far as positives are concerned, today 4,791. That's almost 2,000 more than yesterday. 1,965 actually more than yesterday. Yesterday we had 2,826. Today we have 4,791. Not a good thing. But here's a couple of good things. Vaccinations. Vaccinations in the past 24 hours for the entire state of Florida, 85,849. So far, we have vaccinated a total of 4,338,099. It's roughly about 20% of the state of Florida. It's depending on how you work these numbers. I'm not going to go into the weeds on this because they're using numbers based on a population count, not the total population, but on age groups and so forth. So they're saying about 27% of the state is vaccinated. But if you work the math on it with 4,338,099 against the population of our state. The population of our state over here is 21,477. You're going to come out with about 20%. So clearly they're not using that number. They're using a number more like 16 million there. That number there will give you 27 million, approximately 27 million. Now, our positivity rate, that did drop to 5.95. Look at this. Yesterday it was 6.13. So we're happy about that. We want that number to start coming down. We got to get that number down below 5 just to prove to everybody that we have everything under control here in Florida. All right, down to Dade County right now. Miami-Dade, 19 new deaths to report, 1,273 new positives. Miami-Dade did a lot of vaccinations in the past 24 hours, 13,082. Big number of vaccinations. They've actually only vaccinated 19.99%, almost 20% of their population down there. They have 2,699,000 people. However, once again, they're going to use a different number because they're going to say, well, we're not vaccinating everybody down to the youth. But you'll see in the video, or you've just seen in the video, that we're going to start vaccinating much younger people. So to use the entire state of population of 2,699,000, then that's more like it. We're about 20% vaccinated if you use the big number. Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, 9 new deaths to report, 623 new positives, 8,043 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours. They've vaccinated about 19%, almost 20% of all of the Broward County area if you use the big number. I'm going to keep referring to the big number as the number if they have vaccinated everybody, including somebody who was born this morning. Palm Beach County, 7 new deaths to report, 293 new positives. Palm Beach County vaccinated 6,504 people in the past 24 hours. They've done about 23%, almost 24% down there. In Orange County, Orange County is Mouse Town. That's Orlando. 2 new deaths to report, 306 new positives, 5,670 new vaccinations up there in the Orlando area. But look at their number. They only did about 15%, a little bit more than 15% of their population up there. In Brevard County is over on the Space Coast. No new deaths to report, 222 new positives, 2,707 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours. I'm going to move this up a little bit, get you down here to St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County, 4 new deaths to report. That St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. 4 new deaths to report, 43 new positives, 584 new vaccinations there. Not very many vaccinations in St. Lucie County in the past 24 hours. A little more in Martin County. Martin County vaccinated 613. Martin County had no new deaths to report in the past 24 hours. We'd like to see that. And they did 16 new positives popped up there in Martin County. But Martin County has vaccinated about 28% of their population. And Martin County's population is about 159,000 people, 159,000 people in Martin County. Indian River County, Vero Beach, it's about 153,000 people. Vero Beach vaccinated 1,291 people in the past 24 hours. 1 new death, though, in Indian River County and 31 new positives in the past 24 hours. We're going to go down here and take a look at the zip codes for Indian River County. These are all the new positives in the past 24 hours for Indian River County with zip codes. 329,484 new positives, 329,585 new positives, 329,605 5 new positives. That's Vero Beach proper. Zip code 32962, 3 new positives. They don't like me to say that because that means that all the rest of these zip codes aren't proper, but you know what I mean. Vero Beach proper. That's the main part of Vero Beach, the downtown Vero Beach area. That is what is referred to as zip code 32960. Zip code 32963 is known as the Barrier Island. It's also known as the newspaper on the Barrier Island. Vero Beach 32963. That's the Barrier Island. 1 new positive to report. Zip code 32966, 2 new positives. Zip code 32967, 7 positives. Zip code 32968, 5 new positives. Now, I do have a little bit of good news over here. Check this out. These are the 7-day moving averages. The 7-day moving averages, 78. That's the first time we've been down here in the 78s. That's pretty good. We were 87 yesterday, 87.43. Today we're 78.00, so we hope that that keeps coming down. And the reason it came down is because we dropped off a big number. We still have a bunch of 80s and 90s in here, and we had a 96 today and a 93 the previous day. Hopefully these numbers will fall off. But look at our Sunday number. Our Sunday number was 31. That helped a great deal. Alrighty, folks, so those are the numbers for today. Those are the numbers for Florida and for the Treasure Coast. So let's go up here and take a look at this guy over here. This is the global view. We refer to the global view every day as the worst numbers over here. These are terrible numbers. This 29 million number. These are the number of people who contracted COVID-19 since we started keeping track of these numbers in the United States. The blue number is in the United States, and this is as of 22 minutes ago, and it's 3:43 at the moment when I'm recording this. So the number is 29,523,766. Number of deaths in the United States since we started keeping score back in February, March, 536,406. Now, this is the biggest, worst number of all, 120,505,974. That number represents the number of people who've contracted COVID-19 in the entire world since we started, and in the entire world, the number of people who have passed away as a result of COVID-19 is 2,665,597. So those are the numbers for today. Today is the 16th of March, Tuesday, and I hope that you are having a beginning of a good week. And I'm just reminding you, everybody's talking about spring fever, spring break, and let's get with it, and let's not get with it. Let's just try to keep the lid on this whole thing. We don't want to stumble and fall as we're getting ready to cross the finish line. You've seen all those running movies where the people are running at the very last minute, somebody falls and can't make it across the finish line, and then they have to crawl and they finally get across the finish line, but it's hours and hours later. We don't want that to happen to us. Please, come on. Let's not even argue about the masks. Wear them. Try to wear them. Please wear them, because it possibly will help. Let's try to distance space as best you can. Just try to give everybody a little bit of space and get those vaccinations. That's a really important thing. Get those vaccinations. Alrighty, Ron Crider signing off for today. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Have a blessed Tuesday evening. Great weather here. It's fantastic weather today and tomorrow. No rain in our forecast.